Good Morning Show starts now.
Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July. Thank you so much for waking up with us on the Good Morning Show. Look at those fireworks we got going behind us. Yeah, a little. Yeah. If you aren't going to make it to the fireworks tonight, we brought them to you.
You know, for some, the fireworks were kind of late.
Yeah.
It is nice that this year it's a Friday night.
Right. Yes.
Once every 6-7 years, you get the 4th of July on a Friday or a weekend.
Which is a beautiful setup. A lot of people not working this morning. We're festive. I don't have any red. I realized, like, I have a red dress.
We get the white and the blue going.
Well, I was like, yeah, that's going to have to work.
And you have the funny earrings happening.
I have American flag earrings.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, so that's as festive as I could get. I tried so hard to find something red to tie in with the blue and white.
I got the red for you. I got the red for you.
We've got it covered.
I hope you guys are having a great day. You've got plans for today, and it does feel like the weather's going to cooperate enough. Now, understand, July 4th around here, we know is plenty of hot. I mean, and this is going to be a fairly typical July 4th kind of setup this year where, yes, there'll be some scattered showers. No, it's not going to wash away anyone's plans. It will absolutely be hot and humid this afternoon. I'm expecting those middle 90s, and it'll feel like it's probably closer to 100 or maybe just up over 100. I think most of the showers, and not everybody's going to get wet this afternoon, similar to what we had yesterday. They should end right on time for the fireworks this evening, and that's likely great news if you've got the outdoor plan. So just be a little patient and understand, yeah, there's going to be some showers and spots, but it's not going to be an all-day, all-night kind of rain-soaking event. Now, how about the temperatures this morning? It's hot. 77 in Tallahassee, 74 in Moultrie, Thomasville, Madison, some of the cool spots at 72. In Bainbridge, we're at 76. I see some clouds. I expect plenty of that hazy sunshine today to get those numbers climbing. We got to the mid-90s yesterday. We're likely going to get there again today. But of course, that all depends on who's getting the showers and who isn't. We'll check those chances, look at the tropics, break down that full forecast in just a couple of minutes.
A Tallahassee man is awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to receiving and distributing child porn. Federal court documents show 39-year-old Dylan Rogers turned himself into Tallahassee police, claiming that he was being extorted online. Now, according to U.S. Attorney's Office, Rogers told law enforcement he and another person watched an explicit video online. When police arrested Rogers, they found more than 24 illegal videos. Florida State confirmed to us Rogers was a postdoctorate scholar at the university. He now faces up to 20 years in prison and will be sentenced in federal court in September.
In South Georgia, 4 teens are charged with arson at the fire at the historic Quitman building last month. The Walker Street School went up in flames overnight, shocking the community. Investigators don't believe there was a set motive, but instead describe it as teenagers trespassing and being careless.
Also in South Georgia, roundabouts are popping up through the region. Valdosta is the latest city to announce they're on the way, with 2 intersections in a busy area soon expected to be converted. Busy traffic is something drivers in the city's 5-point area deal with every day. Officials say the roundabouts will improve traffic flow and safety, while some are still asking whether they will really make a difference. The city's mayor says Valdosta moved forward with the roundabouts after studying traffic flow during peak times. The multi-lane roundabouts will be installed on both sides. GDOT's research shows roundabouts have reduced crashes of all types by more than 40%, and injury crashes have gone down by more than 65%. A start date for construction hasn't been set, but GDOT says they're expected to be complete in 2029.
All right, now to a heads up from the Florida Department of Health. The agency is asking you to be careful at Lake Jackson. The health department says a recent water sample showed that there's a harmful blue-green algae in the lake. Now, you're advised not to drink the water, swim in it, or use personal watercrafts like canoes and kayaks near those algae blooms. The Department of Health says also make sure that you wash your skin and clothes if you come in contact with any of the algae, and keep pets and other animals away from the water.
A local radio legend is now off the air. Joe Bullard's family says he unknowingly signed off on 96.1 jams for the last time in June. Bullard is a familiar voice for listeners throughout the area and has served as the voice of FAMU's Marching 100 for 5 decades. He had worked at the WHBX radio station since August of 1997. His family says his last day with the radio station was June 17th, and the station's parent company confirmed he is no longer with the company. Now, his family went on to say the departure was unplanned, but described the change as an open door for a fresh start. They also confirmed Bullard will return for his 50th year as voice of the Marching 100.
So fireworks can be scary for animals. The loud bangs and the bright lights from the holiday celebrations may be not so much fun for our furry friends. Now, there are a few things that you can do to keep your pets calm this weekend. Experts at the Bay County Animal Shelter suggest getting out and exercising with your pet today. That way, when the fireworks go off, they might just sleep right through them. Now, they also suggest finding a quiet corner in your home and putting all your pet's favorite things there, like toys and treats. Also, you can turn on your TV or some other white noise. One of the most important things you can do is keep them indoors. Local shelters see a surge in lost animals around every year around the 4th of July.
Once an animal is brought in, it's photographed. We hold that animal for 72 hours, 3 business days before it legally becomes the property of Bay County. At that time, the animal is then processed, looked at, spayed or neutered if need be, vaccinated, and placed up for adoption.
Now, if a pet escapes, owners should contact nearby shelters as soon as possible. Officials say the best thing that you can do to prevent losing your pet is to microchip them. Now, when it comes to fireworks, in some cases, you can contact your vet for suggestions on giving your pets anxiety medication.
So if you plan to celebrate this holiday weekend, make sure to plan ahead and drive safe. AAA providing their tow-to-go services this weekend from 6 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. on Monday. In Florida and Georgia, AAA is providing a free ride and tow within 10 miles. It's for members and non-members. Just call 855-2TOW-TO-GO. Keep in mind that these services can't be scheduled in advance. They are designed for last-minute situations. And with today being 4th of July, there are dozens of events taking place across our area.
Yeah, so here are just a couple of them. In Tallahassee, the 42nd annual Firecracker 5K and 1 mile sparkler run. It's happening this morning at Cascades Park. It's a great track, by the way. The fun run starts at 7:30. The 5K starts at 8, and it's not too late to register. So if you're up and looking for something to do later on this morning, you can do it. You can sign up before the race. Just head over to Cascades Park.
Yeah, you got about an hour and a half. The city of Tallahassee is hosting Tallahassee's Celebrate America at Tom Brown Park tonight. There will be live music starting at 6 p.m., plus food trucks and activities for kids to enjoy. Then the fireworks show will light up the sky at 9:50.
Now in Live Oak, the police department is holding Freedom Fest. It'll be at the downtown Millennium Park. They've got live music from Zach Petty and Wild Lily and food trucks. The event kicks off at 6 with the fireworks show starting at 9:15.
And over in Bainbridge, you can join in on their big 4th of July celebration. There will be live bands, vendors, and activities for kids. It starts at 6 at Earl May Boat Basin Park. It all builds up to the big fireworks show at 9:30 p.m. It's free, so make sure you bring some long lawn chairs and blankets.
I bet we'll get good video of that on our Bainbridge Boat Basin camera.
Hey, I bet we would, right? We need to keep our eyes out on that.
All right, and if you're looking for an all-day celebration, Sop Choppy's got you covered. Starting at 10 this morning, there'll be a parade. Then after that, an opening ceremony at noon. You'll be able to listen to live music throughout the day and check any vendors that'll be there all day.
All right. Well, anybody that's heading out to do any of those activities, hopefully you share photos and videos with us of the big celebration.
Please do.
Yeah, I don't ever get to celebrate because my dogs are terrified of fireworks.
They don't love fireworks.
No, so I just always opt out to stay home with them. You know. Yeah. I may go out and do linger out at Tom Brown Park and then go back home. You know, before it gets dark outside.
Before fireworks do their thing.
Yeah.
Luna's gonna bark at the fireworks.
Yeah.
She's not scared of them. She just wants to. She wants to be as loud as they are.
Hey,
so apologies to all my neighbors.
Each their own, right? Yeah.
Come on, let's talk weather forecast. I do think Mother Nature wants to cooperate. Now, I say wants to cooperate because, well, there's probably going to be some showers lingering about the area, and, you know, they usually stop right around the sunset. Of course, that's when the fireworks usually get started. So we may still have a couple of areas that have a little delay or may still be a little wet, but I don't think we're talking all day, everybody gets wet all the time kind of rain. I think we're looking at scattered showers similar to what we had yesterday, and that means lots of areas aren't going to get wet at all. But maybe we find a few more spots, a little more to the west at spots today. So, yeah, they're going to be scattered showers. I'll have updates all day. Find me on the social media. I promise I'll post radar pictures all day for you. And I do think most of the activity should be winding down by 8, 9 o'clock tonight, which is before a lot of the fireworks displays get going. So everything looks like it's going to be A-OK, a very typical July 4th. And, of course, around here, that does mean hot and humid. We're starting off at 77 for Quincy and for Tallahassee. It's a little cooler in Thomasville and Madison. We're at 72. Hamilton High School checking in at just 71 this morning. Now, I see a few clouds passing by. I don't see anything on the radar yet, and I don't expect we're going to find much before 2, 3 o'clock. So from now until then, temperatures climbing, and temperatures climbing pretty far. Once we get to the afternoon, again, south of I-10, closer to the I-75 corridor, that's where I think we're going to find our best showers. But by 8, 9 o'clock tonight, a lot of the shower activity should be winding down. We'll see if there are some stubborn ones. There can be. And of course, we'll have updates for you. Now, the big part of the forecast for the weekend, of course, is going to be what's going on today. And I think it's going to be hot tomorrow. More showers in more places. So maybe we can calm down some of that heat. But that too, just temporary. I'll break down that full forecast in just a few minutes.